Hey, put me on, man.
Put me on.
Security. Nicotina came for a show, and I got to shadow him and make sure people didn't mob him.
Oh, they put me all the way outside the whole campground, so now I'm literally like, yeah. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, and we're live. We're here with Young Hollywood, formerly known as Metro D.
How's it going?
How's it going, bro? Thank you for coming, man.
Appreciate it.
We so he actually just hit me up tonight, like, yo, we still on for the plug, because he's performed at our last 2 events, and I was like, yeah, man, we're still on. So we were texting. I was like, you want to come get a podcast? And he's like, fuck yeah, I do. So
I wasn't doing anything else. I was literally like writing songs. Like when you texted me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What you been working on?
So I have my first tape coming out. It's got 8 tracks. I was supposed to drop it on the 20th, but I wasn't happy with this like current status of it, so I pushed it back. It's looking like it's gonna be like a month behind. So I'm working on that. That's called Be Well. And then I have another project. It's called 72 Hours. It's crazy.
What's the inspiration behind 72 hours?
I
What's
was
that mean?
up for 72 hours straight at a studio session in Hayward.
Just busting out songs?
Just busting out song after song. And it was pretty hectic because like it was a stressful 72 hours. Like,
well, why?
Locked my keys in my car. At one point I had to pay like $100 for a tow truck to come in like rescue me and bail me out. And then I got pulled over on the freeway, got harassed by the police, and then yeah, dude, it's just
all that
everything went wrong, and I'm like, I need to write music to like counteract this bad force.
Right. Just get it all out. Get it off your chest. That's sometimes when the best music comes out, though, right? I mean, when you're going, in general, just going through struggle, or just going through something in your life.
It seems like that's the only time I can like write music.
Really?
I can't write music if I'm like doing well, or if I'm like just like doing normal stuff. Like something crazy has to happen to me. And for some reason, a lot of crazy stuff happens to me.
Yeah. So what type of stuff do you rap about usually?
Whatever I'm doing at the moment. Like there is a time when I was selling a lot of weed, and I was rapping about that. And you know, now I'm just into the party scene, like the club life. I'm rapping about that. I rap about girls too, especially like my girl. I for sure make songs about that kind of stuff too. Like I can do a trap song, I can do a singy song. Like it's whatever I'm feeling. Huh? It's whatever I'm feeling.
Right, that's good. Yeah, I think it's always good for artists to try not to get put into a box. You don't want to be labeled as trap rapper, emotional dude, whatever it is. Like just be Dylan or just be Young Hollywood.
I actually have an EDM tape coming out also next fall with Shark City Keys, my producer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, does he dabble more in the EDM?
He first started as EDM, and then he moved to hip hop, like rap, like.
Yeah, I feel like EDM would be like easier to start producing, or maybe not easier, but just like, because you can make a complete song. You can make a complete song without the voices,
And they slap super hard if you do it right.
Yeah,
like for sure.
Yeah,
and you get those shows.
A lot of plays too. A lot of people love EDM. Like I feel like EDM artists might be easier to get that fan base because it's not so much about you; it's about the music you're making.
Exactly.
With hip hop, it's like. The music you're making is so much associated with your persona, Young Hollywood, whatever it is, right? So it's like if you could just make EDM music,
exactly,
it's just
make something
purely
that people
music.
Can move to and like get goosebumps from, and you're in. Like you've already done it. Like
what are things that you're looking to do, or what do you want people to feel when you're making music? Are you trying to give them goosebumps, or are you just trying to make them feel anything?
I'm trying to make. Like, music is a mood to me. It's a mood. I want you to be like, I'm not feeling this Young Hollywood song right now, but hey, he has one for this specific moment or mood I'm feeling, like, slap that on.
Right.
Like, that's the kind of stuff I'm trying to do. Like, I want to help people through my music, too. Like, the music is an extension of me, and the persona, just like you say, is an extension of us. So I want to have... whatever, I'll do my music, because you can't limit yourself when you're doing music. So I can't say I believe in this kind of stuff and then not rap about certain stuff that's going on in the culture and the world around it. So on social media, I'm like very like pro women, like pro all the right things. Like, I try my hardest not to put out bad messages is what I'm saying.
Right.
You know, be a positive figure is what I want to do.
Something that you could be proud of looking back. Something your mom could be proud of. Something, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be known as the scumbag.
Because at the end of the day, even though it's music, and even if you were to make scumbag music, there's a
perception is reality.
A lot of people would relate to that though. So there is a place for that.
Which is why I have scumbaggy songs.
Right.
Like,
right.
That's cool, but you know, the total person is not that. You know what I portray in the music.
And so your music honestly should reflect that. That at some moments you're a scumbag, and at some moments you're a good dude. Everyone does.
It's
right?
just about being human. That's all.
So like what you were saying about the moods is like sometimes you're in the mood where you're like, I don't want to be a good guy, I just want to be a fucking scumbag. And sometimes you could be in the mood where it's like, I'm a stand-up guy, I'm about to go pay it forward, I'm about to do all these things.
You right on the head, yeah.
How did you start making music? Or more specifically, like, why hip-hop?
Oh man, it goes back.
Like, who did you hear for the first time that was like, oh, I love rap?
The very first time, this is going to be so funny, RBL Posse, Bammer Weed. That's the first ever song I heard. It's so like SF, like Bay Area rap.
Shit. And
my dad had it in his truck, and I played it. He didn't want me to like hear that stuff. He turned it off immediately.
How old are you at this time?
I was 7 or 8 years old, around that time. Before that, dude, like I was living with my grandma in Santa Clara, listening to Alan Jackson and country music, and I love that stuff. Don't get me wrong. But when I heard that, I was just like, "Yo, a different sound, a different rhythm," and then. I remember I started listening to rap music. I would steal all my dad's CDs and tapes and stuff he had.
You can go name a couple CDs he had.
Oh, well, okay, this is back in the days where he had Napster, so I used to burn all his CDs. So there'd be like Eazy-E, Boys in the Hood, like the most classic like LimeWire songs.
That was on my MySpace.
Yeah, right. Like the Bill Clinton ad that you would always download when trying to download real songs on LimeWire and stuff. That's what I got stuck with. I would just have these big blank discs with like Nicotina, Eazy-E, Tupac, Scarface, just all those influences. Brother Lynch Hung, like very West Coast, and that's what I grew up on. And my first CD I ever bought, like when I was 10 years old, I'm surprised they sold it to me, was at Rasputin. It was Tears of a Clown, Andre Nicotina.
Wow.
It was the first CD.
Wow.
I'm a huge Nicotina fan.
Yeah, I mean, who isn't? I've been, I reached out to this team trying to book him for the plug. But unresponsive so far.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I think it'd be cool. I just want to see what the price is. If it's way out there, I'm not gonna really do it. But like, if we could do a reasonable thing, like, he's one of the legends of the Bay that's like alive. Like, he has music with Mac Dre, who's like regarded as a god here for rap in the Bay Area.
Absolutely. I got the privilege to like work closely with him when he came to LGBG. I used to work at Nicotina.
Okay.
I used to work at Los Gatos Bar and Grill doing security. Nicotina came for a show, and I got to shadow him and make sure people didn't mob him.
Oh, as a security.
It's just tailing him, just kicking it with him basically, and like on stage with him, always performing, make sure nobody jumps on stage. And at the end of the night, most artists, like after they're done performing, they leave immediately. Nicotina stayed with us till like 5 in the morning and hung out.
What was he?
Double henny all night.
Oh yeah?
Double henny. And he said his top 3 rappers.
Oh shit.
Guess what? This is exclusive.
Andre Nicotina.
Because this is a great story. And he's gonna not be mad about this if he ever sees this.
He's not seeing this, let's be honest.
I hope he does.
It's episode 2, come on. Alright, go ahead.
I don't know.
Hopefully he sees it.
His top 3 rappers. So number 3, E40.
Okay.
Right?
Bay Area.
Bay Area.
Shit, Andre.
Too short.
Okay. Bay Area.
Who do you think is number 1? Throw somebody out there.
Mac Dre.
MC Hammer. 100% true. MC Hammer.
MC Hammer.
I'm not lying to you.
Whoa.
He said because that's what he grew up on, and that was the man to look up to, and he was in art in his generation. That was the most popping guy to him. That was his reasoning. Yeah, I know. It hurt me too. I literally looked at him. I was like, Dre, no, you're not gonna leave me with that answer. But he backed it up.
That's fire though.
Even though MC Hammer did buy 40 helicopters for Oakland PD in the 90s, I mean, you know, he's a pretty good.
Isn't that why he ended up like bankrupt? Maybe. That's
might
still a legend. Still a legend.
He's definitely a legend.
Big
he still stays around the Bay Area too.
Parachute. Does he?
Yeah,
Is he from the Bay Area?
I believe he's from Oakland.
MC Hammer?
He's from Oakland.
JP?
If I'm not mistaken.
Where's MC Hammer from? Yeah, look that up for us. Eventually, we're about to have like a TV that connects to that laptop. So like,
Just
have
bring
you
it
ever
up.
seen the Joe Rogan podcast where it's
Yeah.
just like Jamie looks something up and it's just like, oh shit.
Oakland, California.
Oakland, California.
Oakland, California.
We on another level. Too much bass for your treble.
You know what, dude? Too legit to quit was like, I still scream that out. Too legit.
I used to be too legit, but now I was too legit to quit, but now I'm unlegit, so I must quit.
I love it.
Yeah. Anyway, man, like, what was it like the first time that like you decided that you wanted to do music, or first opportunity you had to perform, and like, how did that feel?
Again, this goes back to when I was really little.
You performed when you were little?
No. But,
Okay,
like,
go
I was
ahead.
writing raps when like from the time I was pretty much figuring out you could write raps and grow up and you try to become a rapper. Age 10 to like high school, I used to write raps.
What
and
high
then
school do you go to?
I went to Prospect. Prospect in Saratoga.
Mm-hmm.
And I would always write raps, and I would never like drop anything. I would always go to my homie David's house and record stuff. We would just make stupid stuff, and we got into like diss battles and stuff like that with other rappers around the school. But I never
On some.
put anything out because I was just too embarrassed. Honestly, I was worried
Right.
about what people would say.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what stopped me. That's what stops a lot of people.
Facts.
It's like, it sucks because like now I'm to the age where I don't care. Like I know I don't have a lot of time to do this, so it's like hit it hard now,
Right.
which is what I'm doing.
See if you got it.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And the first time I performed was when I was 21 years old. All those years leading up to that, I started rapping when I was 21. And I performed my first show at Back Bar. And that's where I met you.
That was your first show?
That was my first show.
Wow. Wow. I'm so happy
We
I
go
get
back.
it. We do go back. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. So that night, me and Pizzle were just like out on the town. Well, I don't even know why we went there. Maybe, I think Chinny hit me up, or you hit me up.
It was Chinny.
It was Chinny,
It was
yeah.
Chinny. 'Cause I tried to get Chinny to perform with me, but he wasn't 21, so they didn't let him in the venue.
And we were, yep, I totally remember. We have a vlog of it and stuff like that, but
So mad.
wow. But I remember you passed out joints to everyone in the crowd. It was
Yeah.
good vibes.
Yeah, that was
Good
when I was
vibes.
booming.
And
Threw him in the crowd.
yeah, and then I just talked to you and Joseph, gave you my card or something like that, and I was like, I don't remember what I told you, but I know that was around the time when I was starting to be interested in throwing a show myself, you know,
Dude,
so.
you told me that, and like I remember that telling him like, dude, this guy has an idea that nobody has really started in San Jose yet.
Right.
We should hear him out.
Yeah.
And look at you guys now.
Yeah, and look at us. I mean, you performed at you, Joseph, and Chinny have performed at all the plugs,
Yeah, true.
and it's just
fun for sure.
It's a moment we're in right now, you know,
Absolutely.
because like this is the stuff we're gonna look back on when we're old and just be like, wow, like we just did it. Like even if you, Chinny, Joseph, me, none of us make it, like it's gonna be like we did it. We fucking put on a show. Like we got 100 people to come
Absolutely.
out. Like
if we don't make it, but like I still can be like, yo, I did it though. I got on stage. Can you
Right.
get on stage? Can you
Right.
record music like that?
right.
No. Not a
And
lot of
that's
people
literally
can.
half the battle. Is just like saying fuck what people think. This is like, my
Exactly.
truth. This is my music. I'm gonna spit it. So
That's been my attitude like the last
And
year. I
I've
just had
seen
to
the
stop.
growth.
I just had to stop caring about
I've-
everything.
the last
Not
performance,
everything.
the last performance was like the best performance
Oh, man.
I've seen from you yet.
I had to make up for the lidded
Oh yeah,
part one when the
right.
when the mics malfunctioned.
It was
It's
not
okay,
your
though.
fault. Yeah,
It's okay. We
Exactly.
still made the best of it.
right.
And shout out to the Rough Nuggets for letting me do the cover since '84 with them.
Uh huh. Oh, that's fire.
That was fun.
Yeah,
That was a lot of fun.
on the guitar.
Yeah.
I like that. You got a favorite Max Dre song?
Not my job.
I could make you a slap, but anything else, not my job. This bitch says she wanted me to go grocery shopping. I told her straight up, like, no sirree, Bob. That's not my job. I don't do that. I'm a pimp slash rapper. I thought you knew that. Facts.
We're gonna do that. You
For-
gonna serve them the news?
Oh, hey. For anyone watching right now that's rapping with us, you know there's hella
I hope
heads.
so.
I mean, the 5 people that are watching this right now, if they're from the Bay, they were rapping right with us, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, they have to.
Yeah.
It's a classic. That's one of my favorite songs. And also, Rain Game.
Mhm.
That's a really old one. That's a really old one. It's a Tone song that he redid. So their song goes, It never rains in Southern California. And he changed his to It's Raining Game in Northern California. And I love that song.
Yeah. It's really a trip though that like we still worship Mac Dre. Even though like it was so long ago, because usually like we tend to
legend,
right, like we usually tend to move on to what's new, what's hot, but for some reason he's just stuck.
Look at all the rappers that came under him. It's like a tree. Like he's the tree. Like he's the trunk, and everybody else is just branches of Mac Dre.
So Nicotina, who?
Mr. Fab, Hustler, Yuck Mouth.
I gotta be honest, I'm not a fan of Bay Area rap.
Me neither.
Yeah.
And I'm from the Bay Area.
I want to change it.
And I used to worship it. Me too. I want to change it too.
Yeah.
I'm trying, but it's tough.
Cause you know, I just feel yeah, exactly. But I mean, we're trying, exactly. But
people are they're so used to the same sound that it's working, and they don't want to change it up.
that's what we on the last podcast we talked about that same thing for as an artist, not only just like a Bay Area, for a Bay Area artist, going outside of that. The SOB, like that yiking, the yiking flow, you know what I mean? To step away from that is it takes courage, because it is a formula that's been set up to work, and it's the same.
Absolutely.
It's the same thing, like that you could take it to the next level of like if you're Migos and you put out that same flow, and then if you were to come back on your second album and try something else, like that takes bravery, because it sells. You got to do what sells.
Absolutely.
So, but that's why artists
have done that. They've like straight up just changed it up on everybody, and
Those,
it's worked out for them.
Right. That's how you know you're great. Right.
When your fans stay loyal. To
And there's a lot of people that have tried doing it, switched up their flow, and people were like, "Fuck out of here, that's whack, bro."
It happens.
It happens. But who do you think? Who's some of your favorite rappers in the game right now? Or like who you bump in your headphones? Who did you listen to today?
Today I start every day with Future.
For real?
Every day. That's how I wake up. Future, Dirty Sprite.
Okay.
That's how I start.
Is it your alarm?
No,
Or it's just like right when you wake up,
like,
you just play it.
My get ready music.
I feel it.
I'll always put on Future. Huge fan of YFN Lucci right now.
I just saw a show in San Francisco. No lie.
Dude, yeah.
He is dope.
I'm slapping a lot of Shoreline Mafia.
Are they from Shoreline?
They're from LA. They're from LA.
Oh, okay.
They're from LA.
Like whenever I see them, I'm like, are they from fucking Mountain View? Like
That'd
sloppy
be so
Shoreline?
dope, like the most random.
Out
spot.
here on No Jumper down in LA and shit. So what's their story? I've seen them a little bit. Put me on.
Shoreline. So they're from
Put me
LA.
on.
There's some youngins who they rap about lean and smoking woods, and they blew up because Fox News put their music video on one of their little news shows, and
What, like talking shit about it?
pretty much they were like, showing lean and firearms in the same music video as Shoreline Mafia, and like, putting them on blast. And Shoreline actually got asked to do an interview with them about it, and they said, fuck Fox News, we're
Right.
sipping juice for life. That's all they said.
Damn.
And after that, they just capitalized on it. They came
Right.
out with Musty. You heard Musty. Everybody's heard Musty. No?
Maybe I have. I'm probably like one of those songs I've heard while I'm out.
Definitely heard it. It's like everybody's slapping it. Everybody went to Rolling Loud in Miami and came back playing Shoreline Mafia.
But, yeah. Did you go to Rolling Loud, the Bay Area?
No, I didn't. I missed out.
Yeah.
I'm a workaholic, and
Right.
I just can't afford to miss work. But this year I'm going for sure. We've already planned it. Me and my homie AJ.
For sure.
We're gonna get the squad out there.
I know. I'm gonna try and get every artist rocking one of these Bay Area tees. You know what I'm saying? Put it in the
That's
green
the
room.
best time to like meet people.
Do you know what happened? Do you know what happened with me during Rolling Loud?
No.
So
Did you sneak into that one too?
I did. Except I didn't even have to sneak in. So I went and I had my camera on me, and I went up to like, made it past the first line of security, being like, oh, like I'm a videographer. I just need to go get my pass. So like made it past like the whole first wave, and then I go to like where the guest pass are, and I'm like, I'm a videographer for Smoke Perp. Like I'm here to pick up my guest pass. Where is it? And they couldn't find Smoke Perp's like guest list. And I was just like, all right, he's performing in 5 minutes. Like, I'm gonna get fired. Can you please like hurry up? And then they're like, yeah. Here's and boom. Gave me 2 backstage passes both days.
Oh my god.
I was just lit, set up.
Dude.
The second day, like the first day I wasn't
You
fully prepared.
You
I
had
was
somebody scared they're gonna lose their job and shit.
yeah, exactly. I was like, look, that's always my thing. Like with security guards, like if I'm pretending like I'm a cameraman, I'm like, look, you let me go, no one gives a fuck. I don't make it in there, I'm getting fired.
It worked in your favor that they couldn't find the list. Also,
facts.
So
I mean,
they had
lucky.
nothing to back them up.
Yeah.
Good shit though.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I love
Your Coachella videos, dude.
I know, dude. I wish I could have vlogged it.
I tell people, I'm like, yo, my boy stuck in Coachella 3 days in a row. And they're like, no, he didn't. I'm like, yeah, he did.
That's kind of a trip, huh? Because to me,
no one believes me.
After I made it the first day, I was just like, oh, so I'm in. Essentially, in my mind, it's like I had a ticket the next 2 days. I was like, yeah, I'm in. But
yeah, absolutely.
This is how it went. There were some sketchy stories about that though, too. Like the third day when I was walking in, like I go to. Trying to hold things.
Oh, that's sketchy.
I go to like bribe the security guard, and he grabs my wrist. He says, "This guy's trying to bribe me." I'm like, bro. Wow. And the big hoss security guard comes walking over, and he's like, go. And I was like, thank you. Like, yeah, I'll go. Like, thanks for not arresting me. And then I just like found like a little gate. Slid my way in.
What a guy. I would have just shook your hand and took the bribe.
Right. Well, earlier that day, I sparked up a conversation with another security guard in the campground. Okay. We're just shooting the shit. I gave him a Bay Area sticker, and he's from the Bay. We're chilling like 5 minutes, and fucking after 5 minutes of talking to this dude, he looks down at my wrist. He said, "You ain't got a wristband, bro?" I said, "I don't got a wristband, bro." And he's like, "Bro," grabs me around the waist, grabs me around the wrist, fucking, and he's like, "Don't run, bro." I'm like, "I'm not gonna run." I was just hella cooperating, hella calm, cool, collected. I was like, I'm just like, yeah, pretty much. I was like, you're not gonna arrest me, right? He's like, "Nah, I'm not gonna arrest you. We're just gonna kick you out." And so but this was.
How do you feel like after arrest?
But they put me all the way outside the whole campground, so now I'm literally like all the way out there. But it took me like under 10 minutes to get back in, so.
Dude, that's
not
wild,
even tripping.
Bro. What a guy.
What a guy, though, right?
They'd really be your friends, bro.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's cool. Psych.
Exactly. But what other things you got coming up? Anything you want to like plug? You know, I mean, no pun intended. Anything you want to plug?
Yeah, just songs coming out.
Yeah.
Like, just singles.
What is your plan with that? Or like, what is your way of going about that? You like dropping singles? Or you like saving up for a project? Or do you like?
Well, that's the thing. On this project, I'm dropping soon. Be well. I'm dropping it anytime within the next month. Whenever I feel like it's ready. That is definitely songs I've already put out. 3 songs I put out already. Okay. It's gonna have 5 new ones on it.
Perfect.
And one of them is currently being finished right now. It's the last one, and I'm going over another one I have that is with Love Hate Plur. A collab I did. And
where do you record?
I record at Treetop Studios in Hayward for the most part. Or if I can't.
Why all the way out there?
You know what?
Got a homie or just like a relationship?
Yeah, at my first show at Back Bar, the guy who runs Back Bar, Audio Drew. Shout out Audio Drew.
Shout out Audio Drew.
Audio Drew. Andrew Moiko, he's dope. He actually put me on to his boy Brian Believe, who does events.
Hashtag put me on.
Hashtag put me on something, right? And then I got in touch with Brian, and then he had me do the Rick Lee showcase. I believe it was 2 or 3 months later. And then me and Brian hit it off. He fronted me tickets, which is, he's not supposed to do that, but he was like, "I trust you." I walked on stage, slapped him cash, I performed, and Brian's like, "Hey, I also do recording at so-and-so in Hayward." So ever since then, I've been going there, and I like the engineers. And
it's just a good setup.
Yeah, like, you know, like I pay for the services there, bro, but it's like you're not paying. It feels like you're not paying for it.
Right.
Like the way
they're invested.
Their whole vibe, exactly. They're invested in every artist that comes to record there. It's like a family at Treetop.
That's
like,
fire.
I could call B right now and say I need help with something, and he'd find a way. Like, that's how dope they are.
Right.
That's why I go all the way there.
Right. That's worth it.
Fun for sure.
Well, man, I think we're gonna wrap it up. I appreciate you coming out here on such short notice, late night, you know. But I had a lot of fun. This was fucking lit.
That was a good conversation.
See you next time.
Lit.